Okay guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting our topic, this video is been made by the student of Acropolis Institute of Technology and Research. Okay, let's go to our topic, which is system calls for file management. My name is Apurva Jain and let's get started. Before starting the topic, we should know about the topics which is to be covered in this video. Okay, there are 10 topics which is covered in this video. First, what is a system call? Second, how are system calls? Third, how are system calls made? Fourth, examples of Windows and Linux system calls. We will understand or we will learn about the examples of system calls, okay, of Windows and Linux. Unix. Unix. Fifth, types of system call. Sixth, file management system calls. Seventh, system calls for file management. Eighth, create a file. Ninth, open and close a file. And 10th and the last topic, delete a file. Okay, let's go to our first topic. What is system calls? A system call is a method of a computer program to request the service from the kernel of the operating system on which it is running. A system call is a method of interacting with the operating system via programs. A system call is a request from the computer software to the operating system kernel. Okay, let's go to the next topic now. Next topic, how are system call made? When a computer software needs to access the operating system's kernel, it makes a system call. The system call uses an API to expose the operating system services to the user program. It is only the method to access the kernel system. All the programs or processes that are required resources for execution must use system calls, as they serve as an interface between the operating system and the user program. Now we can elaborate this topic in the points with the help of an example. Okay, below are some examples how the system call varies from the user systems. Okay, now the first point, a system call functions may create and use the kernel processes to execute an asynchronous processes. Second point, a system call has greater authority than a standard subroutine. A system call calls with the kernel mode and privileges execute in the system in the kernel protection domain. Third point, system calls are not permitted to use shared libraries or any symbols that are not present in the kernel protection domain. Fourth and the last point, the code and the data for the system call are stored in the global kernel memory. Okay, now we can go to the next topic, or the examples of Windows and Linux Linux system calls. Okay, this is a table which shows the list of processes, examples of system calls in Windows and examples of system calls in Unix. Okay, now we can go to the next topic, types of system calls. There are total 5 types of system calls, which are: first, process control; second, file management; third, device management; fourth, information maintenance; fifth, communication. Now we will go to the next topic, system calls for file management. Here we will discuss about the system calls for file management in Unix system. There are 4 system calls for file management: open, read, write and close. Okay, now we will understand the system calls of file management in detail. Okay, open system call is used to know the file descriptions of the user created files. Number 2, read system call is used to read the content from the file. Number 3, write. Write system call is used to write the content to the system, to the file. Okay. And close. Close is used to close the opened file. It tells us about the operating system that you are done with the file and close the file. Okay. The close is basically to close the file which has been opened and which has been done. It has been done and there is no use of the file. Okay, then we can close the file. Okay, let's go to the next topic. File management system calls. Okay, file management system calls handles the file manipulation jobs like creating a file, reading and writing, etc. Functions: create a file, delete a file, open and close a file, read, write and reposition, get and set file attributes. Now we will understand the functions in detail. Create a file. Whenever you want to work on a file, the very first step is to create a file. A file is a space in the memory where the data is stored. You can follow these steps to create a file. The point number 1, right click anywhere in the folder where you want to create a file. Number 2, select new file. Number 3, name the file and a file is created. File will be created. Okay. Now next subtopic, open and close a file. After creating a file, you can work on it whenever you want to and open it from the memory of the file system by accessing the path of the file. Point number 2, you can close the file by clicking on the close button in the toolbar of the file. Delete a file. And the last topic of the video, delete a file by the following these steps. Right click on the file, click on delete, click yes and confirm on the confirmation block. Thanks for watching my video. Do subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.